Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your night is going great. Mine is. We have a really awesome video today. So a lot of this video is going to be centered around XQC, his decision to join GOATS, why did he do it, and is he going to be in World Cup? Because he might actually be banned. We're waiting for Blizzard's approval. Then XQC even talked about some of his time on the Dallas Fuel, some things he and Effect said to each other. We'll go ahead and cover all of that. The entire video is not going to be about XQC though. We're going to take a look at a lot of other little pieces of news that have dropped throughout the past couple days. There's some pretty cool things we need to cover. And without further ado guys, if you're new around here, drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League content. Enter the giveaway. It's super easy. All you have to do is click the gleam.io link down below, and let's hop into it, guys. So starting off with XQC, this is what he had to say about joining the GOATS.
I didn't really want to talk about the GOATS thing because I think it was just like a thing I wanted to do like on the underground, but obviously that, you know, they announced it and then it was on Reddit and now it's kind of big, so I guess it's sort of like in the spotlight, so I guess I'll talk about it. I didn't want to go back to playing contenders because, you know, they scrim a lot. You know, they all these like these contracts you have to sign and these orgs you have to rep and these whatever you have to do and all these things. And to be honest, the commitment with the size of the scene, the commitment isn't really worth it at all. In terms of like, you know, in terms of anything at all, it's just not worth it. Like the contender circuit. So when I got a DM from them saying, you know, like, we need a tank or whatnot, I was like, well, I don't really want to scrim, but then they have the same thing. They pretty much have the same mindset as that I have on scrimming. They don't scrim that much, right? So then I was like, you know what, dude? You know how I really feel about it? Doesn't matter how I see them, right? And shit. Doesn't matter how people see them. What I see is a bunch of fucking idiots that grinded really hard, and even if they did boost before or whatever the fuck happened, right? They stopped doing it to compete, to try and go hard, and they didn't have a salary to go for, right? It's not like there was a reward for stopping boosting, right? The reward for stopping boosting, there was none. They did it out of sheer dedication to the game and trying to get better, right? And trying to compete. And you know what, dude? I kind of respect that, to be honest, right? Because for other people in the Watch League, dude, when you think about it, if they do stop boosting, they have a salary, dude. Like, they stop boosting because they can play under an org. They can, you know, there's a reward for it. But for them, there's no reward at all. There's none. It was just competing, right? So just like, yeah, I know they're kind of annoying and comp and shit, and you know they have their own way, but I want to be part of it because I felt like it was sort of almost like manipulated with, right? Like they're about to fucking qualify for contenders and make it, right? And at the very end, they didn't get banned last year. They didn't get banned a couple months ago. They didn't get banned when they were boosting. They got banned at the very last minute when they were about to qualify. And for me, dude, that seems so unfair, right? To let the dream go on, and as soon as you're about to reach it, crush it and slam it, dude. Oh, you're allowed to have it in your head. You have to compete. Boom! Oh, you're about to make it? None of that shit, right? I don't like that shit. I feel like it's sort of unfair a little bit. And just for that, I was like, you know what, dude? I'll plan it. I'll plan it. I'll play 7 matches, and if we qualify, don't put me in the next roster lock-in. I won't play the contender circuit. I'm not gonna play in it. It's a big time. It's a big commitment. It's a big amount of time. I'm probably gonna be doing some IRL, some variety shit at that point. I'm probably doing some other shit. But you know what, dude? We'll go through the gauntlet, boys. We'll do the thing. We'll go through the motions. If we qualify, we qualify. If we don't, we don't.
So there you go guys, XQC, he wants to give competitive play just one last run, and I don't blame him. Competing is really fun, and I'm sure this will be a great experience. And what he said about not wanting to play in contenders because it's just too much of a commitment, there's no reason for him to risk letting his stream slow down or even die at all, makes a whole lot of sense. There's no reason for him to do that. He's purely just doing this out of love for the game and wanting to compete one more time. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, XQC might not be able to compete in the World Cup, so this really could be his last chance, and that is definitely a reason why he's going for it. Jane said this on his Discord: "We're still waiting on confirmation that XQC is eligible to play in the World Cup. We haven't been told no, but we want to be extra sure, so we asked anyways." So it seems like there could be a chance of him not being allowed to play, and XQC himself definitely thinks there's a chance he couldn't play because he also said this on his stream about it.
Also, one of the reasons why I did it, I think is actually the biggest reason, but you know, I think it's the biggest reason, right? And I didn't mention it. I'm scared that I won't be allowed to play in the World Cup. I'm scared that I'm scared that I'm going to be denied to play World Cup. I'm scared that they'll say no. And I won't be able to compete. Right? So if I am able to compete one last time, that would have been it. If I'm able to compete in both, right? Sure, then nice. But I want to compete one more time.
So there you have it. XQC at the very least is nervous that he might not be able to play for Team Canada. I don't know the logistics of this, how much in danger he might be. I have no idea, guys, but it's a possibility they won't let him, which would definitely suck. I want to see XQC play in the World Cup. I think he deserves to. He definitely didn't do anything to deserve to be banned from the World Cup. And that's going to be it for XQC in the World Cup. Hopefully he does make it. And now let's go ahead and look at some more stuff XQC had to say on his stream. He gave some really interesting insight on how when he was on the Dallas field, he didn't really know if he wanted to continue competing, but he had this one conversation with Effect that really pushed him into high gear and made him want to give it one last go. So let's go ahead and roll what XQC had to say.
I didn't know if I liked competing that much, and you know, at the very end of Overwatch League, right? But like I said last time in my last interviews or whatever, when I was on my team with the Fuel, at the very end, I didn't stream for 2 weeks, dude. I didn't stream for like a week. I think 10 days I didn't stream. The stream was dying, dude. And I still decided, just because one thing, right? I told you guys this, right? Just because when I asked Effect, I just looked at him, and I said time and time again, I think, right? I was like, dude, you know, do you believe in Coco, whatever? He's like, you know, it was kind of weird. I'm like, dude, do you believe in like team, whatever? And it was all like kind of weird. And I was like, and he didn't like that I streamed, and he didn't like that I did this and that. You know, he wanted me to compete, right? And then when I asked the Fed, I was like, dude, like genuinely, like, do you think that if I put in the work and I work on the comms and I play with you, and I play with the team and I put in the hours, do you honestly inside, do you feel like I have it? Do you feel like I can do it? Do you feel like you're confident in my abilities? Do you believe in me? He's like, yes. He's like, yeah, dude, I believe in you. And at that point, I was like, dude, fuck it. We'll give it a try, dude. We'll give it a try, for better or worse, dude. I'll see it through, right? I'm ready, dude, and I'm ready to put the time in. And that week, I scrimmed a lot. And that team, I didn't stream. And that team, I slept well. And that 3, I was like, dude, we're fucking doing it, right? And then as soon as I had to go on stage, I was banned, right? So the one time that I wanted to compete, the one time I was willing to give it a try, I wasn't able to. So just for that, I wanted one more time to compete. And Team Canada being so, I don't know yet, so nebulous, I was like, dude, there's that one time, it's gonna be contenders. And doesn't matter it's with who, but I wanna have a good shot at doing it. And the GOATs are not in contenders, right? They're still in open, and now they're in contenders trials. There's a lot of games to play. And same thing here, boys. For better or worse, I'll give it a try.
So there it is, guys. XQC, he's given it one last try. Back when he was on Dallas Fuel, he never really put the full effort in, only at the very end, and it was too late when he did it. He was already banned, basically. So this is his one last chance to redeem himself or just do whatever he wants to do as a pro. I know I'm excited to see him compete. I can't wait to see the GOATs play in trials. They're a seriously strong team, and having XQC with them is only going to make them better. And that's it for all of this stuff, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think about XQC, all these things. And now let's move on and talk about some of the little pieces of news that have been dropping over the past couple days. So starting off with this, I know you guys love Overwatch League new cities, new teams. It seems like Stockholm from Sweden is possibly the next target for an Overwatch League team, or at the very least, Overwatch League right now is in talks with companies from Stockholm that want to put a team there. The CEO of Activision Blizzard Esports flew out to Stockholm to talk about the Overwatch League Grand Finals. He spoke about a number of topics, including the success of the league and the possibility of getting a Stockholm team ready for Season 2. He once again said this, which we covered before: there are currently 12 teams in the league, but we want more. The plan is to have 2 more in the United States, Asia, and Europe. Scandinavia is topping the charts of markets in Europe that are most important to us, and we are currently in talks with teams in Stockholm. I can't reveal anything yet, but Scandinavia is an important market for us, and eventually we will have a team from here in the league. So that's super exciting. Seems like Stockholm and Sweden are going to have a team, if not next season. Eventually they will 100% get one. And that's super hype, guys. And now let's move on and talk about the next topic, which is news coming out from the Shanghai Dragons. They said this on Twitter. Roster update. Effective today. The Shanghai Dragons and MG have decided to part ways. MG is a talented player, and the team is grateful for his contributions to the Dragons. We wish him the best in his future endeavors. So this kind of came out of nowhere. Shanghai Dragons, they have decided to release MG. Not exactly sure why. Could be for many reasons. Maybe they want to find a new backup off-tank or free up space for somewhere else on the roster. I know Geguri is now the full-time off-tank, and maybe he is just useless now. I'm not too sure, but that came out from the Shanghai Dragons today. Let's go to move on to the next thing, which is that Team Simplicity, which was a North American contenders team last season. Players like Faz, X-Retzy, KSF competed on this roster in contenders. The team is now fully disbanded. The organization Simplicity decided that they no longer wanted to compete in Overwatch. They completely dropped the roster, and they have sold the spot to Mirage Esports, which is a team that consists of Karkar, Haku, Aether OW, Jesus, Choo Choo, and Progi. So congratulations to Mirage Esports, and unfortunate for the players on Simplicity. Hopefully they find new homes soon. And then the last piece of news, guys, today on Twitter, Team Canada for the World Cup, they said this. Team Canada tryouts. There will be open tryouts in order to build the initial 18-man roster on June 11th and June 12th. You must be 4,300 peak in both seasons 9 and 10 if you want to apply. So that's pretty cool. They're doing some sort of open tryout, giving the community a chance to prove themselves. I respect that, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. Do not forget to like it, leave a comment down below about your favorite part, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I upload Overwatch League videos every single day. Enter the giveaway, and I'm out of here, guys. Peace.